this estate, Pedro Estate, is well renowned for its quality. That is why we are very, very particular about selectivity of the leaf. In this estate, we have roughly about 700 pluckers, and these pluckers are divided into different gangs. And here what you see is a segment of the gang.
Actually, a plantation is a small community where you have the manager, you have the hospital, estate hospital, you have the factory.
It's a village.
Actually, we say from the womb to the tomb.
Yeah, the operations are basically womb to tomb operations. They look up to the manager for everything. Basically, in the good old days, manager is like a king of his small kingdom.
Traditionally, plantations have been run by British long time ago. It have been just a master underdog type of system where you just tell, they do, and if they don't do, you punish them.
The way we were trained was that we virtually had to undergo everything what a manual worker had to do, so that as plantation management executives and supervisors, you really knew the other side of the story of how they felt, how hard it was to do certain work. It's a 24-hour, 7-day job. The plantation never goes to sleep. The manual workers who come pick the tea comes in the morning, and that leaf comes to the factory at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the evening. The manufacturing process goes out right through the night. We also look after the whole community, is our responsibility. Something happens in the worker housing, someone falls sick at the dead of the night, there is a dispute where they live. All that is the manager's responsibility.
Today, most of our workers are unionized.
Heavily unionized.
And politically unionized.
He joined a trade union earlier because most of the matters were discussed through the union, and a trade union is necessary mainly for wage negotiations. And now what he finds is that there are a lot of things that he can come here and discuss and solve without going into the trade union.
But we always tell our managers and assistant managers, you do the right thing, do everything so that these guys will come to you. If you go to the union, then it becomes an outside issue where the worker loses confidence in you, and for the slightest thing he'll go to the trade union to get redress and relief. Whereas if you do it and sort it out yourself, then they'll come to you. But you should be strong and firm enough to say no if it is not possible. You cannot sort of say, no, I will think about it and let you know tomorrow. You can't. If it is no, no. If the worker realizes that you are work conscious, if you are honorable, your integrity is good, if you are just and fair, they'll stand by you. When major issues come, industrial disputes at a national level, then everybody toes in line.
Some of these activities that we were doing was done as an obligation, because the British, when they set up plantations in Sri Lanka, they brought South Indian labor from India.
The Tamils?
The Tamil labor to work in the plantations. They had to be given certain basic necessities, accommodation, their after support service. And that became part and parcel of obligation over and above salaries that they were paying. Look here, we are providing a lot of infrastructure, we are providing a lot of facilities, and we felt that we want to improve that, focus more, and also get a sustainable benefit back to the industry for the workers as well as for us.
Not only me, all the workers who are in the line room likes to go to a new house, like the other people had done. So we are hoping the state will give us a new house. The sanitation, the water, and the space. They have an issue with. They have a serious issue with living in these type of lines. They have lived in these lines for a long time, and they are fathers and the grandfathers, but they don't want their children to live in the same type of lines where there is less space, less sanitation, and there are social problems. So they wish their children will one day live in better houses than these type of houses.
மிக்கமே எதிர்பார்க்குறோம் நாங்கள்
முன்ன மொபைல் இருந்தால் லைத்தில் ஒரு
I have 5 children. He had stayed earlier in the line room where they had very less room. After they got the new houses, it is closer to the road, main road. It is easy for his children to go to school, and they have a lot of room in this place, so he's happy. When I was in the line, we had a lot of problem. Most of the people in the line are drunk, and they don't allow his children to do even proper studies. So since he was facing a lot of problem and doesn't have enough room, he went and met the estate manager and requested a line room. When this project came across, they called me down, and since I have worked for the estate, they selected me and gave this housing plot, and after that I moved into this place. I wish my children are also now working in the estate, so I hope the estate will provide them also new houses like this so that they also can start their new families. They have to go for a private either bank, which is very difficult to get. What is normally happening was they were going for a money lender. So they were giving a loan, but they were charging 20% interest per month. So what happens is workers go and take a loan, they never pay the capital. They keep on paying the interest. So they are always in debt to those people. That was a problem for the management companies, because when there is some volatile situation like a general strike or something, they become the people who controls the estate from outside. In 1998, the government decided to start this cooperative system on legislation of the government. They started with the workers. They were given a share to put, each worker 250 rupees a share, and about 15 workers of Devalakanda started it like that way. But after that, slowly people started giving their share also. We are in a position today to give all the workers to look after their financial problems actually.
Housing itself, we are giving the land. They take part of it as a loan, and government is coming and given part as a grant. So it's a tripartite. So virtually the burden of providing housing and accommodation has been spread among three.
The idea of the government was to start for housing only. Then only the plantation companies and the workers got together, and we thought that there are some more things we can do for them. We still do housing there, it's one of the priority, but with that we look after their microfinance as well now. But the microfinance has given us a lot of opportunities to grow and to have a lot of money, financial strength, where we can help the workers back again.
They coming in and virtually helping to achieve some of the obligations, which was only the responsibility was the management, and it was a demand, give it to us, where they come and say, shall we get together and do this? So there is more participation. 7 days, 24 hours, you are there with the people, you work with the people, they are part and parcel of each one family. They feel the best person to implement all this is the father figure who is much better to do all this than some outside person.
There is a tendency from the youth to go out from plantations because they like to have a blue color or a white color job. But after we started these cooperative societies, we have found last 3-4 years that have been reversed. Now we find a lot of youth is coming for work because, and also if you see our factories, we have developed them like the garment factories, even a rubber factory or a tea factory. Now they can't complain saying that they are doing odd job. They also wear uniforms and they also have a lot of dignity, and the living conditions and the working conditions have improved. So we see a trend now that the youth is coming back again to plantations. We have seen in most of our estates.